Good morning, everyone. I'm Ken, and you're here with the ugly truth. What are we going to talk about today? The numbers, do they lie? Hey, Sean, how's it going? Uh, if y'all watched last night's game, the uh, the game was pitiful. I've never seen a team play with less heart. The game started out with a bang for us. Aaron Judge hit his 28th home run uh, in the first inning, and we had multiple runners on. In the second inning, we had runners at first and third with less than two outs. Could not push a run across. Third inning, runner at third, nobody out. Couldn't push the run across. And we had young Alan Winans pitching for us. He started out like gangbusters. His first inning, he threw 9 pitches. Second inning, he threw 9 pitches. Third inning, he threw 6 pitches. So, that's a fantastic pitch count. You don't see normal major leaguers in that realm. Fourth inning is where the wheels came off. He hit a batter, and things went downhill from there. Bullpen didn't hold it together, and long and short, never. We had plenty of runners on. I think we left 12 or 13 runners on, 9 of them in scoring position. These are not the way that you pull wins out. Morning, Sean and Dev. And I sat back and I said, if you pull up our season stats, and I'll do that here in this here for you. Hey, FJ, how's it going? If you look at our team numbers, we're in the top 10 in all pitching categories. Hitting categories, we're in the top 10. Essentially, our pitchers are holding it down. We should be beating teams senseless, and it is just not there. It's hard to understand how a team that faced off against so many tough competitors and won series after series after series uh, has fallen off the chart to where we're at now. Very, very confusing. If if you look at our month to month breakdown, you look at our numbers, starting in March, we had a great breakout start. Uh, April, we hovered near the 500 mark, 15 and 13. In May, 17 and 19. That's when we were facing the tough competitors. And in June, we're at 10 and 11, under 500, 47, 48% win percentage. But if you dig deeper into the numbers, Damn bug is attacking me. If you look at our team batting average, we have taken a steady decline. The strikeout rate is going proportionally up. April was a bad month for us, but this month we have 191 strikeouts already. We struck out 12 times last night and couldn't seem to push anything across the plate. So, are the numbers lying? Hey, Max, how's it going? Matter of fact, I got a promo for you, brother. I'm wearing one of your shirts. The numbers are telling us things that we already know from our eyeball test. The team isn't hitting well, not taking opportunities, and the numbers are reflecting it. What are the things that we can do? We as fans, not a damn thing. Yankees as management, are there trades that need to be made? What do you think? Like I said, this is going to be an open panel. So I will post the link. And anybody who wants to come up, feel free to speak your piece. Nothing but love for you, Max. Most appreciated. Plus, I like the shirt. Great color, great feel. I haven't shown him the back. Great for 28. Doesn't appear that we're doing too great right now. Cincinnati took advantage of us on many different planes last night. The biggest headache, Ellie De La Cruz, who damn near hit for the cycle yesterday, had a single, a triple, and a dinger. Calling the game was very frustrating, and had to do everything to keep my composure during it. Ian Hamilton aggravates me beyond all belief. Not actually sure why he's even on the major league roster. Every time he comes in to pitch, he walks 1 to 2 batters right off the bat, and they're not even close walks. It's ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, strike 1, ball 4. So 5-pitch walks consistently. Last year when he pitched with us, there was a lot of promise. He had a pitch called the Slombio that had a lot of movement and was right near the plate. That pitch has all but disappeared. You're right, Susan. He usually walks the bases loaded. Last night, he lucked out with a double play to keep it from toppling even further. Hey, Cold Italian Pizza. Bring up a comment from Cold Italian Pizza. Yankees' inconsistent, ineffective offense showed up once again last night. Absolutely correct. And I have my first taker of the day, Sean Brown.
Wow. Hey, how's it going?
Not bad.
Yeah, I'm just running on air, trying to run an errand right now. But I figure I can get on for a few minutes.
Okay. So
But
what do you have
yeah,
for today?
no, yeah. Yesterday was so pitiful, and I would almost say that maybe they should just tell them you can't wear those road grays. Just wear blank gray uniforms until they can prove that they can play with some heart and play like Yankees.
Well,
You
that
know,
hasn't been apparent this month.
no. But the other is with the Hamilton. I don't understand why they keep using them. I mean, Kay and even O'Neal was saying on the broadcast yesterday that his Slavio hasn't worked. His slider is missing by a lot. And so that just makes him a 50-50 guess shot on what he's going to throw, a fastball or a changeup. So most hitters can just sit the fastball.
Well, let's see. What did Hamilton do last night? Hamilton
It's like,
went two
what?
innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs charged to him. The run that scored was charged to Alan Winans. He gave up 1 walk and had 2 strikeouts. I guess it was probably much worse from my perspective watching it.
Yeah,
Tim
well,
Hill,
and then you could have
go
gone
ahead.
with anybody else. At the time when we brought him in, the game was closer.
Yeah, it was 3-1 when Hamilton came in. It was 4-1 when he walked out. When Tim Hill walked out, it was 5-1.
Right.
So the bullpen didn't hold its own.
No, I mean, and the Reds are actually a decent team. They're a good team, and they play for their manager, Tito Francona, and and like you said, I mean, you got L.A. De La Cruz, and you got other guys that are the fast players. They're contact hitters. They got some pop, but they mostly rely on small ball and fundamentals.
All right, I'm going to bring up a question from Max. In your eyes now, what are our biggest needs at the deadline? Well, I will tell you, Max, it is multifaceted. I think that we definitely need help in the bullpen. I don't see these guys as holding up long term. We don't truly have a long term bullpen arm there, and that's probably number one. We definitely need to improve the bench because atypically when our lineup is set, the bench is generally very weak. So right-handed bat, maybe two. Am I talking pretty names? No. Contact type hitters. Somebody that profiles like a John Birdie or possibly a Mike Isaiah kind of Falefa. Players with versatility and a bit of speed to them. What about you, Sean?
Yeah, I think definitely need a pitcher, bullpen strength, um, and then if we get an infielder, I would focus on somebody that is a contact bat, got speed, um, and that can play multiple positions in the infield and maybe even corner outfield. And my thoughts was, I know one trade proposal I had was trading for in a package deal for Abbott, the pitcher from the Reds that you want, and I would say McLean because McLean can pitch. I mean, McLean can play second, and I believe he can play third and whatever. But he's got the speed and a high contact guy.
His numbers this season aren't that great, but
Yeah, I mean, I know he's been struggling this season, but it's kind of it's shown a lot the last couple of years that he's played since he came up with the Reds. And who knows?
well,
A change of scenery might do him good.
he had a fantastic rookie season for the Reds. He hit 290 as a rookie coming out of the gates. He took a shoulder injury and missed the entire last season. And this season, I would say he's hitting in the low 200s. Comment from Susan. What we need and what Cash will get are two different things. I think that we actually have room in the budget. Last year we were at 316 million for the payroll. We're at 303 right now. So we have, and it was already brought up at the beginning of the season that we were willing to go at least what we were last season when we made the series. So there's a little bit of flexibility there with Cash. The impending return of Marcus Stroman, I think, will, as painful as it may be, it will showcase him, and I think we'll be able to move him and drop. I think we'll end up eating $4 million of his remaining $9 million and free up another $5 million. So that'll give us a bigger buffer. With regard to players, I think we're going to have to include some prospects, ones that I think are probably not going to be on the team and will be moved at the deadline are Everson Pereira, Jesus Rodriguez. I don't see being here as a long term. His path to the majors is blocked. What in the hell is that noise? His path is blocked. We may end up giving up some pitchers. And from our actual let me check on that one, FJ. The Reds are in the wild card race. They're 2 games down from the third wild card slot. They have a lot of injuries to their starting pitcher, starting rotation, and they are bringing up against us tonight a rookie.
Gotta go, Ken. The bus is here.
All righty. Thank you. Appreciate you being up.
Yeah, no problem.
The rookie that they're bringing up is Chase Burns. He was their number 2 draft choice last year. He's only got about 66 innings pitched in the minor leagues, but he throws consistent 97-mile-an-hour fastball and has ramped it up to 103. So the kid's got some velocity. No major league experience. God only knows what that'll interpret to tonight. But like I said, their Nick Martinez was scheduled to pitch tonight. He's going to end up pitching tomorrow, and they used him out of the bullpen. They have three frontline starters of theirs that are on the shelf with long-term injuries and no sign of return. So how long the Reds will stay in the playoff picture, I don't know. I'm not positive. I will tell you they have scored a lot of their runs based off of the long ball as a team, and in the Yankees model, you know that one straight just doesn't work. Uh, let's look at some more stuff. If we look at Anthony Volpe's numbers, his average has been in a steady decline. He started out very badly at a 167, peaked at 245. May was 242. Now he's down to 214. We have what? Today is the 24th. 6 days left in the month, and he's holding with 18 strikeouts, multiple strikeouts per game. So his high was 32. Do I think he's going to get to 32 strikeouts? Probably not, but he'll be in the mid to high 20s. It'll probably be his worst month or second worst month for strikeouts. His OPS for this month is a 652, below standards. RBIs are down. He's not hitting in the clutch. Long and short, you're looking at a player that's in a steady decline, and he's not the only one. You know, interesting, Susan, that you bring that up. Yesterday, he should have been charged with an error, but was not. And you're right. He actually leads the American League in errors for shortstops. The major league leader in errors at shortstop. The major league leader in errors for shortstop is Ellie De La Cruz, and he had his 12th error last night and should have had his 13th, but the scorekeeper at Great American Park gave him a gift, resulted in a Jason Dominguez hit, but it was cleanly an error. So we're not playing good ball at the plate. We're not playing good ball out in the field. And Volpe is making a lot of errors that he hasn't in his previous years. Something that I've noticed with him that I haven't seen before is when balls are hit at him, choppers particularly, he's backing up. And when he does that, then he throws offline, and here come the errors, or he just doesn't throw the people out. So what do you think the solution is? Let's look at my favorite player. Austin Wells. Wells's OPS this month has actually come up. He's hitting 724, which is definitely respectable where it needs to be. But does Wells actually pass the eyeball test? This month, he scored 2 runs. Actually, wrong. He scored 7 runs, has 14 hits, tied for the most that he's had at any point. Banged out 4 doubles, a couple of home runs, 12 RBIs. Once again, 16 strikeouts high. Average for the month is a 250. So it's above league average, but nothing spectacular. Susan, I would not disagree with you even slightly about Wells being overrated. I don't particularly care for his ability to throw runners out. I don't think he's a particularly good hitter. And that is one of the points that I was looking at. Yankees have a wealth of AAA players, particularly at catcher. We've basically populated the major leagues with 8, 9 catchers over the last couple of seasons, and they're all productive bats, great catchers, and the ability to throw people out. Yet the catchers that we have on our actual roster aren't great. Not particularly good at throwing runners out. Escara is 0 for 17 this season with runners stealing base. So that's not a very impressive stat. He's hitting all right, but we have Ben Rice, who threw out his first base running attempt as a catcher this season. So is Rice a better choice to be behind the dish? I don't know. We have options down in the minor leagues. They have Jesus Rodriguez, who's hitting very well down there and is a great defensive catcher, as the caveat that he also plays third base. So should we bring him up? Down at AA, one that should be promoted here shortly is Rafael Flores. Flores is doing a bang-up job down there in AA, and he is gunning runners left and right. And he is one that if we don't protect in the Rule 5 draft this coming year, we're going to probably end up losing. And the hits keep going. Yeah, Gary Sanchez had a great pop time, strong throwing arm. The problem was he couldn't catch the ball. Anything in the dirt was kicking away, and he had 2 great mentors to show him the ropes. And Joe Girardi is a fantastic catcher, and Tony Pena, another fantastic catcher, and they couldn't teach him how to block. Won't say that Sanchez didn't put the effort or the work in; it just didn't take. And I think that's ultimately what ended up fans hated him, and we ended up moving him because of it. Of course, we brought in Josh Donaldson because that was such a great move, dumping bad contract for bad contract. But it is what it is. You're right. We traded Narvaez, who kicked us in the ding ding when we played Boston. Ben Rorvit, every time we play Tampa and he's in the lineup, he kicks us too. And one that you're not mentioning, who is down there in Miami, uh, Augustine Augustine Ramirez, who is lighting up the National League as a rookie catcher. So we have traded some very good assets, and frankly, I don't see what the Yankees think. Why the Yankees think that Austin Wells is a long-term solution. I'm going to bring up another one of the Yankee players. Trent Grisham. When we look, I think that Grisham is part cat. Every time that dude is on the verge of being sat on the bench for the long haul, he ends up coming up with a big hit, scoring runs, and manages to show up in the lineup again. If you look at his batting average totals, he has been in a nosedive since March, from a 400 average down to a 284, down to 225 in May, and he's at 219 now. He is his RBI count has dropped from his high of 15 in April down to 5 this month, because frankly, he's just not hitting. And Susan. Grisham is gone by the end of the season, if not sooner. I think that Grisham is actually a trade candidate, and I think that he'll get moved at the deadline. He's not the long-term solution in here. Is his glove so much better than Dominguez that hey SGA, how's it going? That we should continue to treat Jason Dominguez, our one of our futures, at least pinnacles, for outfield as a fourth outfielder, or should we spend more time sitting Grisham and bringing him in for rust and the fourth outfielder that he was actually signed to be? Because his hitting is not offensive production is not worth it. And I will tell you what, over the last couple of months, looking at Dominguez, man in left field, he's taken better routes. He's looking a lot better, and I think that he has earned time out in the field. I think that if we're going to give him a shot, he should get a Volpe shot and keep running him out there every day. Thoughts, questions, comments? Right. Since we were speaking of Jason Dominguez, we will bring his numbers up. if we look at Dominguez, his high month was May, where he was hitting 265. He's down to 235, his second lowest month. But if you look at his at bats have steadily declined. He's taken 84 at bats in April, dropped down to 68 in May, and he is down to 51 in June. Long and short, you have to have consistent at bats to get better. And if we keep hamstringing this guy, do you feel that he's going to get any better? I know it's not popular, but even Trevino was better than Wells. Well, I was in the same train of thought last year as I was beat up constantly. As a matter of fact, when I go into other content creator streams and the word Austin Wells is mentioned, it's Ken's boy, Austin Wells. I think that there are better options in our farm system and available. Actually, one of them that I subscribe to, yep, that's exactly what I just said, Susan. Put Grisham on the bench, let Dominguez play every day. And we're going to look at the last player that I have on my tally. Paul Goldschmidt. March 1254 OPS down to a 495. Is hitting .157 for the month of June, down from his high normal of 349. Hit great in May also, but he has fallen off the cliff. Spectacular defensive player, but not getting it done at the plate. Do you think that the Yankees would trade for Bichette? Would he be an improvement over Volpe, only a rental? You know what? Bichette has the versatility where he has played third, short, and second. Would I consider trading for Bichette? Sure. What would it cost? I don't know. But keep in mind, it would be a short-term rental unless we're able to retain him. And Bichette can hit, and he has speed. So he has all the plus aspects that I look at as far as a player that I would consider bringing in. whoever we would trade, though, keep in mind, we're going to end up seeing him a lot because it's an interdivisional trade, and Lord knows what they would ask for, because he is a tier one player, and I don't think that the Jays are going to be able to retain him. So, who would you be willing to give up, Susan, in a trade to bring Bichette to the Yankees? For those of you that are out there, if you haven't, please hit the like button. If you are not, please subscribe and share this channel out. Any help that you can give would be most appreciated. We are at 131 subscribers, looking to obtain our goal of 150, our next milestone of 150. As far as programming notes are concerned, at 4 o'clock, Joe with NY Yankee Mania is going to be doing a pregame. Hey, Stephen B., how's it going? And at 7:05, I'll be coming on air to call game 2 of the play-by-play. I know they'll ask for the world. I wonder if Cash can put together a package, possibly overpay, but better than doing nothing. Well, I will tell you what, Susan. It may be for prospects, but one of the things that the Jays are in need of is an outfielder, and they have a couple of pitchers that are going to be walking in free agency starters. If you look at their top 30, most of their arms profile to be bullpen type pitchers. So they're either going to have to go out in the market and try to bring somebody to Toronto, which hasn't been an easy task over the last 5 or 6 seasons, especially with the regulations and taxes there north of the border. But we could probably put together a package that includes some decent starting pitchers that are down there as prospects right now. Steven, that's pretty hot. 101. I'm not feeling it for you, brother. So we love our Yankees. Expectations of going to the World Series every year. Is this team that we have on the field right now, as our 2025 Yankees, capable of doing it? I don't know. Definitely need to have improvements. Wow, 131. That's a little ridiculous, Stephen. What moves are the team willing to make? What are we willing to add? Like I've laid out, we've got room to add to the salary. We're over the threshold already, and there's a vessel for us to get there. Some of the trade candidates that we looked at as possibly coming to New York, Eugenio Suarez last night in the Diamondbacks game against the White Sox was hit in the hand and left uh, with a possible fracture of the hand. So would that make him no longer a viable trade candidate? I don't know. Uh, if you look, the coveted Brandon Donovan is one that we've been looking at for several years, but Cardinals are competitive. Are they going to make him available? I know that there was some discourse between him and the team after arbitration this year. They won the hearing and they didn't say a lot of nice things about Donovan. So don't feel that he's truly inspired to be a Cardinal. However, he has controllable years, and basically, would they be willing to move him? Not sure. Susan, comment. Unfortunately, Cash is hamstrung by Hal. Hal is more interested in profits and losses than the team. So, what's the answer? Well, if you look at the Yankees as a team, we've been in the top three for salary for 20 years. Our salary this year is lower than it was last year, and we made it to the series. In the beginning of the season, they had talked that they were willing to add up to 316 million. We're 14 million short of that right now. If we move Stroman, that could move us to 18 mil. Are there players out there that I think that could be gotten that will fit within that constraint and improve our team around margins? Most certainly. Colorado Rockies have some interesting people that I'd like to take a look at, particularly in the bullpen. Think a change of venue for them would probably help them out from pitching from the highest altitude to a normal altitude. So there are a couple bullpen arms that I'd be interested in there. Looks like the Rangers could possibly be sellers. They're shopping Androlis Garcia and many, many other. Yeah, money tied up in contracts, but may have been before he took over, but they're ones that he's having to mitigate right now. So there are certainly options that we can look at. One of the ones that I talked about in a previous stream is with the Chicago White Sox. He's a versatile player and has years of controllability, and I think that he can be got. Is Miguel Vargas from the White Sox. Would be controllable for I think 5 years, and right now his contract is at 770 million. If you look at the White Sox have basically sold the farm. White Sox tend to like Yankee pitching, and we have prospects that are in the realm that could be swapped out. There is another bullpen arm down there in Miami. They are in love with Everson Pereira and the relief pitcher that they have, Ronnie. It's not Hernandez. It's something felt similar. Is a controllable, high volume strikeout pitcher that is out of the pen. he is certainly someone that I think we could probably get for a one-on-one swap. Problem that we're in, we're 5 weeks before the trade deadline, and we are short on partners. I don't know if you heard this, but it was confirmed through a source with the Yankees organization that we had a trade in place with the Pittsburgh Pirates to bring Bednar over, their current closer, for Oswald Cabrera, or not Cabrera, yeah, Oswald Peraza. Uh, Pirates screwed up the trade that was agreed to in terms by asking for another player, and the Yankees backed out of it. So that tells me that the Yankees are actively pursuing players behind the scene. Whether we get them, I don't know. What's the cost going to be? I don't think there are any cheap trades for the Yankees because we always pay the tax. All right. I am going to drop the link to hop up in the stream one last time, and yeah, Susan, they did ask for another player after they had agreed in terms to move Bednar, and that's BS. That's chicken crap dealing. But that tells me that Cash is actively looking to improve our roster. And I don't have any idea what Bednar would do to increase our salary, but it was definitely going to be an increase. Not a problem, Sean. Or Steven, I mean, excuse me. Yep. So, hence, is Cash trying to improve the team? I believe so. Who is he trying to improve it with? I don't know. But I know that there are going to be moves. I don't think this is going to be a silent deadline like it has been over the past few years. And I think we're looking at doing the transition now as we speak. So, is it people that I feel that we may not retain from the major league roster? I don't think that we're going to retain Grisham. I have serious doubts about Hamilton, Tim Hill, and I don't foresee that Ben Rice being a long-term solution on the team either. I think they'll end up moving him. If we do move him, it's probably going to be for an arm. And you know the adage, for you to get something good, you've got to give something good. Nothing's going to come for free. And Ben Rice truly doesn't have a position that he's playing. And with Stanton back on the roster, yep, definitely think Peraza will be gone. So the face of the Yankees come August the 1st could look significantly different than it does right now. If we move Grisham, does that mean we bring Everson Pereira up to take over as the fourth outfielder? He's a great defender and can do something with the bat. I actually thought that Pereira was going to make the major league roster this year, but we chose Pablo Reyes instead. Go figure. All right. If no one else is going to come up, I'm going to end this stream. Like I said, if you haven't, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share this channel out. Be most appreciated. 4 o'clock, look for the pregame on NY Yankee Mania. And at 7 o'clock, look for me here on Yankees The Ugly Truth to be calling the play-by-play for Game 2. So I will end in my traditional give you 8 minutes. All right. Actually, I'm gonna cut it. We'll catch you on the flip side, Steven. Let's go Yankees, and we'll see you in the funny papers. Thanks for coming.